Hey, it's Jason from Pro Guitar Studio. Today I'm going to show you how to make your rhythm guitar more interesting. So just to really kick it in quickly right here, typically if we're playing a song, most people would think of the chords, if we're playing an F chord, they might strum it. Now in this case here, if we do that, it can sound fine. And we're playing in what's called 6/8 time. So the progression I'm using here is just two chords, F major and G minor. So this is not for those of you who only play open chords, but if you know bar chords and you sort of want to enhance what you do, this lesson will help you out there. So for the F chord, instead of strumming, which would normally be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One way we can make it more interesting is to arpeggiate the chord. Now, you could hold the chord down like this. So we can actually pick individual notes like that. And that can work totally fine, right? Now, with that being said, as you play through that, you got to make sure the amount of notes you're picking matches the time signature. So here, 6/8 time, we want 6 notes up, 6 notes down. So that works out perfectly with these chords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, I was skipping the 5th string. That's what I was doing there. So I was going string 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That works out nicely. But there's other ways we can make it more interesting too. So if you do that, it's pretty standard just to hold the chord, arpeggiate. What I'm doing here though, I'm going to separate it almost into like a lead guitar arpeggio, which means instead of trying to hear them all ring out at the same time, we're just going to do sort of different sections. Okay, so on the F chord, I have the first root note, and then the next two notes, and I'm using my ring finger for both. I'm doing like a finger roll. So I'm going to the F note, first fret string 6, third fret string 5, rolling down to the third fret string 4. So what I'm doing is 1, 2, and 3, and 1, and 2, and 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So first note's in the last, a full 8th note, and then these two are 16th notes, followed by the second fret, string number 3, to the first fret string number 2, first fret string 1. And I'm trying to like separate the notes individually, so back down. Now there's one more note we have to add in to make it a symmetrical number. One more beat. So I had the 5th fret string number 6 the first time around, which is part of the arpeggio. It's an A note. So in the F arpeggio we have F, A, and C. So then I repeat it again. Instead of this note here, I go to the F note on the bottom again. The reason I do that is because I'm going right into the G minor chord. So now as you're going through it, you might find you can let a few notes ring out at the same time, like on the first two strings. Makes it a little more interesting. But to me, it sounds really cool when you separate it like that, right? And make it more staccato. Now, the cool thing here is we can also palm mute. So if we, instead of going, we can palm mute on the lower end. And we're going to let off on the first 3 strings, because our palm mute doesn't really handle all the strings, right? So typically when we palm mute, it's only like 3 strings at a time. And these strings are sort of left open because of the angle of the hand. So in this case here, when I go down, I'm not worrying about muting the first 3 strings really. So back to the F, and then the next chord, the G. So I'm gonna do the same thing here, G minor, sorry. 3rd fret string 5, 6, 3rd fret string 6, there we go. 5th fret string 5, 5th fret string 4. And then we have 3, 3, 3. This is from the G minor chord. So G minor is G, B flat, and D. And so this is why we have, instead of the B natural, we have a B flat. And same idea there, we're gonna finger roll. And at the end of it, instead of playing 2 frets higher from where our ring finger was, I'm gonna go 1 fret to the B flat on string 6. So I'm gonna go to there. Making mistakes there. All right, same idea, palm muting it, and picking wise, and I'm going through this. I'm going down, 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 up, 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 up. So it's mostly economy picking, right? Just trying to pick towards the next string you're going to. Except for that first note, I'm always hitting as a down pick, just the way I like to do it. Okay, so the second time around though, on the G minor, I go up here to the second string, and then instead of doing the end of the phrase, I just go like this. And I'm basically emulating or implying, a G minor 9. So we're gonna go from the first 3 strings from the 3rd fret with our index finger as a bar, and hammer on to fret number 5 on the first string. All right, so we had and there we go, that's our first layer. Now, the second layer I go through, I just do like an octave of the arpeggio, but the first thing I want you to look through is just that first chord we're doing there, so in the first octave, right? The second octave, once you get that down, I just take it up and I move it up to the 5th string. So I'll go through this in a little bit less of detail. I'm gonna go to the 8th fret string number 5. This is basically a harmony, okay? So don't worry about playing this, but just to show you what I was doing there. F, and then I play an A, which is 7th fret string 4, and then I play 10th fret string number 4, 3, 2. 8th fret string number 1, and back down. And we have to add another note in here because of the way it works here. So I'm not doing an exact octave, I'm trying to harmonize it here. So I'm gonna go 8, 7 at the end on the 4th string. Okay. Then I'm gonna go to 10th fret string number 5. This is our G note. I'm going to go to 12th fret string number 4, 3, 11th fret string 2, 10th fret string number 1. I should back it up there. I actually added one more note in. My apologies. So I'm going to go 10th string number 5, 13th string number 5, and then down to 12th string number 4, 12th string number 3, 11th string number 2, 10th string number 1. At the end, I go 13, 12 on the 5th string. And so instead of doing the straight octave of this, I'm basically going from the root, and instead of going to the 5th as the next note, I'm going to the 3rd, so it harmonizes. At the very end, instead of doing the, I'm going to go up, so to the 2nd string, and on the string 1, I'm going to go 13, 12, 10. And then I kick into a solo. So the solo is all in F major. But really the most important thing here was just that first layer. So everything else is just sort of added on so that I can harmonize and also do a solo, which makes it a lot of fun. So try to take it. So instead of strumming, we now have something a little more interesting. So all these kind of things you want to think about when you're making your rhythm guitar parts, instead of sticking with just the standard strumming you do, ask yourself, is there something more interesting I could do with these chords? And usually the answer is yes. So if you have any questions about this, let me know in the comments below. Just something fun for you to try out. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this each week. See you later.